this part two of how to do your Streamyard with YouTube, I will go through and show you the steps on how and what takes place behind the scenes when doing a live video on your YouTube channel using Streamyard. Today's video is going to be part 2 on how to do your Streamyard with your YouTube behind the scenes. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, y'all are. Here's Johnny. I'm also known as Kajun Reseller. We'll go thrifting, garage sales, estate sales, and anything I can find on clearance to resell on eBay, Mercari, Etsy, and Amazon, including my 2 antique boots. Where I do the shopping for you. Will I ever stop thrifting or garage sales? Who? Not me. If this is your first time tripping over the channel, I want to thank you so much for coming by. And if you've been returning, I want to thank you so much for your continuing support to the channel. But I would like you to do me a favor. It is free. Right below this video, that word subscribe, if it is not gray, if it says red, you're not subscribed. So make sure you change it to gray. Next to it, those 3 dots, make sure you hit the notification so you don't miss out on any. That's the very top one. And also give me the thumbs up. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think about this video and any other videos that you would like to see on how to in this series on how to with YouTube, Streamyard, whatever the case may be. So without further ado, here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and minimize my size of my screen for me, because this is where I'm going to start showing you the different steps before going live in part 2. Now what I'm going to do is I go to my channel. When you would do the same, of course, you go to your little YouTube page, you go to your icons up here, then you go to your channel. When you go to your channel, you'll be on this main page. Now, if you have set up and followed the list of how to do a playlist, which I'll leave that down in the descriptions below, including part 1 on how to use your StreamYard for YouTube, in the description bar below, so you can follow along. This is going to be part 2. But in this case, I have all my upcoming live streams, and today we're going to do this first one, which is my morning show. And I want to show you the steps on how to, before going live, on what I do to get myself ready for a morning live show or any lives that I do. First, I'm going to click on the find your one that you're going to go live on. Click on it. It'll then bring you to your main little screen right here, like you would be in someone else's channel, going to their lives. The only difference is, for me, I will automatically on all my videos give myself a like. I'm going to give myself a like on my videos. Then I'm going to share it out. Now when you share it, you will have a list of different types of platforms that you are able to advertise on. If you're part of any of these others that are on here, you can do this. Excuse me. But I always do the Twitter. When you click on it, it's going to automatically bring you to that channel or your page of it. I will then post it onto my Twitter account, and that'll be posted for anyone who is following me on Twitter. Then I'll go ahead and close that one out. Close that one out. Then I'll go into my Facebook. Now when you do it the first one like this will go onto your main page on Facebook. So I start there. And I just automatically post it. And then I'll close this out. I'll leave this here for a minute because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. And then I go to Facebook. Go to my account. Then what I'll do is it should be the first thing you post or the last thing you just posted. Then I'm going to go there and I'm going to start sharing. Now I'm going to start sharing to the groups that I'm part of on Facebook. And then from here I will then show you each one of what I do. And then I have a set ones that I do. I have a lot of groups I'm part of, but only certain groups that I post as to. And so I will go through, find the first one, which will be mine. I do have the group page for everyone. Let it come up and just hit post. And you can do this to every group you're in that you are allowed to post things like this on. And that's what I'll do, and I'll come back and show you what I do next. All right, now that I'm finished sharing out to all the social media that I want to and all the groups on Facebook, I will then come to my main page here. And one of the things I'm going to do is go to the three dots right up here to the part of the chat where it says Top Chat. Go to the left, to your right, and hit the three dots, and then there's going to be this that comes out. You want to pop out the chat. And I'm doing this to show you how I set up all my lives behind the scenes, and this is what I do, and I like this because then I can keep again, I'll show you in a few seconds. So I'm going to minimize this, enlarge it to how I want it on the page. Go to the side. Then on this portion, I will go back, and I just usually go to my home page, or you can close it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this page and I'm going to minimize it. And then of course I will then adjust both pages so I can have both of these on the same page. Now, if you are part of and have multiple screens, I do have two. But if you only have one, what you're going to do is basically this is how I do it, and if you need to, you can always shorten one side of the actual chat. And you would like to have this popped out so that way you can be part of the chat itself when you're live, in case if you have to handle something in the chat itself. That's why I do this portion. And then I've been doing it from day one since I first started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust these two, so I'm going to have this side by side. If you only have one screen, what you're going to do is after this, I will go to my Streamyard. I will then go to and open my Streamyard. If you have multiples that you're doing during the week like I do, I have all my shows done for the week. Now, I've already done this, always have it done by 6 o'clock. And that's just my goal. By 6 o'clock on every Sunday, and I'll have all my shows for the week, including my morning shows, my bingo, my hump day auction, and my TGIF buy now sell auction, which is on every other Friday. My hump days every Wednesday, and then of course bingos every Monday evening. So what I'll do is I'll move myself over a little bit here so you can see by putting myself over here for a minute, because as you see I have them all, and you want to make sure, like today I do have two shows today. So my first one's going to be at 8:30, which is my morning show. And then I have my bingo at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then any other thing you have scheduled for the week will show you the date and the time of that show you have planned for the week. What you want to do is make sure, and I'm going to have a separate totally video that someone asked me about in reference to this right here. You see recording storage for the Streamyard. I will have that in a whole another video. But right now we're talking about going live behind the scenes for your YouTube channel. Now in part one, I did discuss how to create these, how to put them in for YouTube. You're doing this through either Streamyard or any other program you use to go live. But I tend to use Streamyard because I like it. And again, if you do it for free version or the paid version, you should be able to follow this with no problem. Then you're going to go to the date that you're doing. In this case, it's going to be the 8:30 morning show. So I'm going to enter the broadcast. Now, I'm going to go through and show you what I do, because this is what I do every morning before going live. And I like to do this before the 15-minute mark of me going live, so I don't have to struggle at the end to be ready for my show when I do go live. Now, one of the things you want to do is also make sure you have, when you enter, it says entering without a mic. It says your browser cannot access the device, close other applications. I'm just going to hit enter and see what happens, and it may not let me. Camera. But yeah, it's not going to let me because I am on the recording from the computer on stream on my Filmora. So it's not going to let me. But if you were to do this, you should be able to automatically with your camera. And I'll go ahead and show you that when I get off of this portion of it and redo it off on. I will enter this with my GoPro so that way you can see from this point on. But all right, as I'm getting ready for the next show, I want to put this as part of it because this is just behind the scenes. As you see, I have the bingo bags ready. There's my little container that I use to put the bags in once each round somebody wins. And then I have my first monitor already set up, ready to go. And then I'll show you what I do to get set up for the next round. And as you see, I do have my camera ready and my phone ready because that'll be my third monitor that I use for this type of show. All right, now that I have my second screen, as you saw me doing with one screen, now I'm going to start working with the second screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop out my Streamyard, and I'm going to show you on this screen real quick. This is where I'm going to go ahead and pop out my Streamyard. I still have my 2 on this monitor. I will then come down here and enter. Then when it pops open, I'm going to share this and move it directly to my next screen over. And I'm just using my mouse, stretching it over here. Now you see it's on this monitor. So now I'm still working on both monitors to where I can still see all what I want, including the Streamyard and then everything I do here with Streamyard. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and enter myself into the Streamyard. If you, once you get here, you'll see this, and this is my main background that I use. You want to make sure you add to Streamyard, as you see right here, and I'm going to go closer so you can see. Add to Streamyard. You want to make sure you add yourself to Streamyard. Now, what you're going to do is at this point, let me make sure and reset myself here to the center. When you're going to go right here, I use the third little gray screens at the bottom. This will be where your layout will be for your lives. I use this one because if I have guests come on, I want to make sure that we can see each other on the screen. But one of the important things is I'm going to go to my settings. I'm going to go out to layouts. This is something new. When I'm not doing an auction, I will check this box off. Now, again, let me close this for a minute. You see how I am full screen on this? When you do this setting, go to settings, go to layout. If you check that box off, it also shortens your screen, because this way you'll have a shorter screen here, and your guests that come on, and every time a guest comes on, you will have to make sure you add them to the Streamyard as they come on. Now, I'm going to do a bingo one this afternoon to show you how to add to a Streamyard and how to send links to people. But in this case, I'm going to do my things that I always do. Right here on the side where you see the comments, let me move this camera over a little bit here so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here on the sides, you have comments, which will be everyone who's in the chat that's commenting. That'll be the other part of a chat. You have your banners. This is things that will scroll at the bottom. And as you see, I have a lot there today, and that's every day. So I'll scroll down and see what I feel that would be important today to scroll across the bottom. I always just go through, and if it's something I haven't done in a while, I'll go ahead and add that. When you click on it and you're going to type it, at the bottom where it says create a banner right here, you can create a banner, and then when you do, make sure you hit the word scroll across your screen. So it will. That's how it'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and, where was the one I just wanted here? Today. It started with the word today. At least I thought it did. All right. Let me find the one I wanted to put on here. Oh, yeah, here we go. The struggles. Okay, so when you do that, it automatically scrolls at the bottom of your screen. Now, if you notice it's a little bit smaller than usual when you're watching channels, is because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here to brand. That's your banners that goes scrolling across the bottom. The third one is brands. Now, in this one, I have categories. So as you see, I do all my different shows. I have the morning show, bingo. I used to do a holla dollar, the hump day auction, and TGIF, and you can add your brands. Once you create one of these as a brand, I will go to and show you what I did after that. Now, you can also choose your colors. When you click your color, you can either pick here or here. I already have mine situated, and that's how you pick the color. Now, right here, if you notice how the changes of what it looks like appearance on your screen, this is how it's going to look. This is like really big. So I use the smaller bubble because it shrinks everything, but still big enough to see everything. Then, of course, you want to make sure you show display of the names of those who are your guests on your show, especially if you're doing a live with others. You want to make sure you show their name because that's where they're going to put their name and their email and things like that. Then you can also, if you have the free version, you will automatically have this watermark on here. I'm not sure if you can change your logos at that time. I don't remember thinking you could when I had it under the free version. I think you have to have the watermark, and that's a whole nother show. Then, of course, I have my own, so I always use this one to remind people to subscribe. That'll be on your show the whole time you're live. Then you're going to have overlays. Overlays is something like this. Now, this is what I use before I go live. Then, of course, you have your video clips. This is things that I use before a show or after a show. And I had my super chats when I had the other channel that was over 1K, but I'll be getting there soon, and so I'll be using that one as well. As you see, this 30-minute one, that is what you're going to get automatically in your StreamYard when you first sign up, whether it's free or not. You get that one automatically. Then you can create your own and upload it as an uploaded video. Then you have your backgrounds. This is that one that shows up behind me. Let me take this banner off real quick and show you that. If I was to remove myself, that's what you see. You can also add and change. This is when I used to do my night shows in the evening. You can also do this one. That was the night ones I did in afternoons. So you can change whatever you want. But I keep it on this one at all times. That way when you add it, you have kind of like that background on the back of you as well. And then this is new. This is some background music you can have playing while waiting, or if you want to have some soft music playing. This is already there. Not sure if this is in the free version, but I just recently got this automatically, so I'm not sure if that's part of the paid version or just a free version. I'm not sure. I cannot answer that at this time, but that's what I have at this time. I really don't use it, but it's something that you can do. Some other channels have done it. All right, now. All right, as I'm getting ready for this show, I just want to kind of show a difference between a morning show with myself, by myself, and then of course now I have a co-host. So I will show you how we add that part of the show if you have a guest or a co-host. So I'm going to go to my bingo first, just like I did on the beginning portion of this. Give my video a like. I'll go ahead and share this out. Again, like I showed you earlier, you can use any platform you can use to promote your channel. I'll close that out, and I'll do the Facebook one. And then, of course, I'll share that to my main page. I'll close that out. Then I'll go to my Facebook page, and then I'll go from there, and I'll show you what I do from thereafter. All right, now what I'm going to do is, at this time, I'm going to pop the screen out, but this is where I'm going to use both my monitors. So I'll pop out the chat, and I'll take this and go back to the main page, because I don't need that at this moment. But I will open my StreamYard, because now I want to go to the one I'm having with the bingo. I'm going to enter, it says 5 o'clock, enter the studio. Now what I'm going to do is, this is where I'm going to go and shift. It's saying mic and all is not accessed. What's going on here? There we go. All right, so we're going to enter. I'm going to shift this over to this monitor, and I'll show you how I'll set it up from this port on. Let's see here, what's going on here. All right, let me adjust this so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, now let me minimize this a little bit. I'm going to minimize this, and we're going to make this a 2-page on one sheet. I'm going to show, now see my guest, my co-host is already there, but I'm going to show you those steps in a few seconds. I'm going to minimize this a little bit. I can still see the chat. Then we're going to pop out the chat that I popped out, and I'll add that to this side. And then I'll strengthen this over. I really don't need that one too big, so I'll do it to where it matches the sides, and I'm ready for these two. And then I will set up my bingo. And this is where I will then come on this side of the second monitor, and I have everything under tab. So I will tab and go to my bingo link. First I'll get the wheel. I'll go ahead and open that. I already have it in the bingo numbers 1 through 20. Close the advertisement. And I'll go ahead and shuffle it a couple of times until I see a special number for that day. And so today I'm going to pick 21 because it is the 21st. Oh, wait, I don't have 20 bags. So there's my number 6. Let me shuffle it some more. Usually, let's go to a 16. We haven't done 16 in a while. There we go. Now, then I'm going to open another tab, and then I'll go to and get my bingo board. And then I'll pick a board. And then I'll make sure I set my parts of that. Everything is ready. So that's my 2 on this one. And then, of course, this is how you add someone to the StreamYard. What I'm going to do is, I have to add myself too. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go here to my banner. I don't do anything on bingo because I need to make sure under each of my tabs, I do have every one of my shows in a tab. So I'll do it under bingo. That way everything I need is here, including my intro and my countdown and all that good stuff. So that's where I'll do this, set it up between these two. And try to get both boards so you can see both. That way you see I have the chat here. Then I'll have my chat for StreamYard. I'm going to add myself to the stream. Now, because I have a smaller screen, I need to enlarge this because it depends on what show I'm doing. So I will go to the settings, go to layout, and change the crop into a larger screen so I can see the full screen. And there you go. That way when you see bingo, you'll see the full screen of bingo as well. Now, when you add someone to your channel, if you have a co-host, you want to make sure right here under, you see them on the screen. You want to make sure when you do this, I'm going to get closer so you can see it. You can have the little thing that says add to stream. As I'm recording this, you're going to see where I add, and Carol is my co-host, so I'm going to add her to the StreamYard. Now you see how it automatically defaults to the second one? I go to the third one, so you'll have this, because when I add, anything you add to your stream, you want to make sure you share, right here where it says share. You're going to hit the share screen, which is your plus screen. You're going to hit share your screen. Now because I use two monitors, I want to make sure I hit the right monitor. So I'm going to hit screen 1. You want to make sure you hear, also check this little box over that says share your system audio, because whatever you have on that second screen, you want to make sure you hear it on the main screen when you're going live, if you're using it for your live. So you hit share, and then it will add it to your StreamYard. Now at this point, even though you have YouTube people, whoever you may be on your stream, if you're doing something like this, I will then take this little box where it says full screen. If you hover over a square, it tells you, do you want to go full layout? Yes. So when you do that, you will see that full screen and you won't see nobody else behind the scenes. But in this case, when I do, when Carol and I actually verify, like for bingo, I will then hit full screen off. That way you'll have it to the side, and that'll be this layout here. So you can choose your layouts right here at the bottom, however you want, but this is how I do on a daily basis when I'm doing either bingo, or if I'm doing something like sharing a screen for giveaways and that kind of thing. That's what you want to do here. So this is where we're going to go from here. Now I'm going to come back at the end of the show. Even though I recorded this morning, I will then show you how we exit and why I do a certain step that I do at the end of a show, which will help you to let your guest or co-host know when you are completing a full exiting of your stream for that live. So I will cover that at the end of the screen, and I'll come back and show the rest of that at the end of the video. And as she is cutting up already. So let me pull this off, and we'll end it for at this moment and come back and show you the end, how you exit properly with a guest and our co-host on your screen. All right, one of the things I want to point out too, when you're using your phone, because in my case I have the StreamYard, I have the pop out the chat, and I'm using my phone for a third one. What you want to do is make sure you lower your volume on your phone to where your media, so you can still get credit for the video, won't be completely muted. But you don't want it loud to where, because you're going to have an echo if you're using your phone behind the scenes. So then I'm going to go to my YouTube. I'm going to find my channel, which should be right there. So I'm going to click on it. Again, I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. Make sure I hit the live chat. And you're going to go back to live chat. That is my third chat that I look at when I'm doing either a bingo and or my auctions. That is my third way of making sure whoever wins either bingo or an auction, by making sure that's 2 out of 3 of the chats, because of the slow, sometimes you may have some type of lag. So I use that one. I will use the StreamYard, and I will use my chat. So that's why I do all 3 when I do a live. And like I said before, in each and every show, do not forget every Monday through Friday I do my 8:30 morning show, and that is Coffee with Kajun, where we basically do collaborating and networking with others, where you can come on and promote your channel, anything you have special going on, if you have any questions, that kind of thing. That's what we do in the morning show. Every Monday here at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do the Fun Night Bingo Night. Yes, it's free to play. You win prizes. And yes, you can win more than once. It has been proven tonight. Also, do not forget every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Hump Day Auction. Every Wednesday here on this channel. And we also have 3 permanent co-hosts and 1 guest every week. And then, of course, this Friday is our TGIF. It's every other Friday, and this Friday is on, where it's our TGIF Buy Now Sell Auction, and everyone on the panel are guests, whether they've done it for the first time if this is where they come in to try their first time doing it, getting their feet wet, or if you've been doing it for quite a long time and you just want to come on and have fun and sell things, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, because guess what, y'all? I'm already filling in the month of May. So reach out to me, because May is getting filled fast. I was shocked, but I opened it this morning and they're getting there. So if you want to be part of that, please make sure you reach out to me on any of my social media links, which is in my link tree, and I'll drop that in the chat at this time. And that way you can reach out to me, because it is first come, first serve. Once you reach out to me, you get the first date available, and then I'll move on from there. This morning I had so many that I had to get one at a time, get the dates, and fill it up from there. Also, don't forget, Mama does her auctions. I know it's been here and there and almost every day sometimes, but check her out. I have plenty of jewelry that I've bought from her, and I'm very pleased with everything I've ever purchased from her. So y'all may want to go check her out, because there's a lot of silver and all that good kind of stuff, and stones and all kind of stuff. So as I say before I end each and every show, Carol, thank y'all again for the fun, and Doris is a great friend of mine, so you know. All right, thank you so much, JB, and thank each and every one of y'all for always referring others to come out and have fun with us on this channel. Remember, when I get to 600, right now I'm at 630-ish, bouncing back and forth, but once I get to 1K, I'm going to be giving away some gift cards, so make sure you share this out, because once that happens, I will be giving away the gift cards in the morning show. You just never know when it's going to happen, so you got to be in the chat when that does happen. So like I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later, peace out. And so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and do my exit. Now, as you see with the exit on, everybody in the chat gets muted. So at this time, everybody's going to be muted. And then at this time, you want to make sure you get ready to end your broadcast. And I do it this way because I don't like to end my shows just abruptly. So I use this as my exit to let everybody know the show is coming to an end. And then once I get to this portion, I know this is where mine's going to be. So I then go and end the show, end the broadcast. You got to make sure you hit it again, because if not, you will not be live. You'll know you're ended when this says your broadcast has ended. Hit the go. It's good. Not now, because I really do every now and then do a feedback. And that is how you want to make sure at the end, when you're done, you let your guest or your people on the panel, let them know the broadcast is over. It has ended, so that way you can talk freely while you're in the back room, letting them know that the show has ended.
All right, I hope this has helped you in getting you started in doing either your first live. Hopefully this is part 1. Now here's part 2. With both of these, it should help you be able to get started on the basics. One of the things I want to say is, when I first started using Streamyard, and I did use the free version to start with, I basically just played around with it on my time off when I didn't have anything else to do. I wanted to learn a bit more about the Streamyard. I would play around with it without going live, trying to figure out what each thing does. And this way here, that's how I got to know more about the backgrounds of Streamyard. And you learn the hard way sometimes, and you want to have fun at this. So I hope this is helpful in many ways. And so if you have any other questions, please make sure you reach out to me and or put those in those comments below, so that way you never know about maybe having a part 3 continuing from this series. But I do have some more how-to videos coming out in the future of the different things that you need to maybe need help with. Whether you first time ever doing this, or you're very seasonal and you've been doing it for quite a long time, but you still have some questions about certain things, not knowing, oh, I didn't know that StreamYard had this, or that StreamYard does this, and things like that. So yeah, I hope this is very helpful to you. All right, what I'd like to do now is ask you for a favor before we go ahead and end the video. Right below this video, if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe. That word subscribe is red, change it to gray. Right next to those 3 notifications, hit the top one, so you don't miss out on any more how-to videos that I come out with. As well as give me a thumbs up, but give me those comments. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I do answer all comments, and I do return to check all those comments every day. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I hope this is very educational for you. And as I say, when I end each and every one of my shows, whether it's a live on my Return of Kajun Roots Reseller channel or in this channel, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat and or a live or a pre-recorded. Have a blessed and fabulous day until we meet again. Later. Peace out.